Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and we have a new update on a story we did ages ago. And it turns out it was actually this year. I would have sworn it was last year. But if you remember, there was the talk of an R-rated RONIN version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But we have an update. Yep, we actually have an update of who they're looking at to actually direct it. And it's a very well-known name. But if he takes it, you really have to ask, how does this guy have time? Because he has something like 25 projects in the works, as is. We are, of course, talking about James Wan. So we'll have a look at this. I still can't figure out and wrap my head around the idea of Paramount wanting to do an R-rated Ninja Turtles. Now, obviously, it could work. I have my doubts about it, but if you're trying to push Ninja Turtles, and you brought out, was it last year or the year before when that Mutant Mayhem came out? And obviously that was very kids focused and all that stuff, but you're clearly constantly pushing Ninja Turtles for kids, and why wouldn't you? It's a money maker, action figures, all that good stuff. To then all of a sudden go, hey, let's make it R-rated. It's kind of like, that's a bold choice. But let's have a look at this anyway. So it says, earlier this year, we got word that Paramount Pictures was in the process of developing an R-rated live-action adaptation of the acclaimed IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin comic series. And the project may now have a director attached. According to Scooper, my time to shine, so we're taking this with a massive grain of salt, director James Wan is being eyed to helm the movie. In addition to both Aquaman movies, Wan is known for directing a number of horror films, such as The Conjuring, Saw, Insidious, and Malignant. Taylor Burton Smith, who co-wrote the recent dystopian action movie Boy Kills World and 2019's Child's Play reboot, is penning the script. Former DC film head Walter Hamada is producing through his 18 Hertz production company as part of his multi-year deal with the studio. Because Paramount, you watch the guy destroy DC. Why wouldn't you give him a deal? That's stupid. By the way, all the names there that are connected to this, yeah, that's not great, is it? Like, that Child's Play reboot, nobody talks about it. You notice that? Nobody talks about it. Nobody seemed to enjoy it. It came and went like a fart in the wind. Then Walter Hamada attached to it as well. Like, really? So, The Last Ronin is a Dark Knight Returns style story which imagines a future where one member of the fearsome foursome is the last living turtle, setting out to avenge the death of his brothers and Master Splinter by bringing down Shredder's grandson and the authoritarian descendants of the Foot Clan. So that's what all this is meant to be. So the thing as well about The Last Ronin is you're not sure which turtle it is that's left. That's the other thing. It's not like, oh, it's Donatello, he survived. No, you're not actually supposed to realize which one it is that survived. Suppose there'd be a few mannerisms that could tell you and stuff. I think most people would lean into, oh, it has to be Raphael. Don't know. As for James Wan, is he actually going to be attached? We don't know. So it continues saying, this news follows the success of the recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem animated movie, which has a sequel on the way. What success? It lost money. It didn't actually make money. So if you're only familiar with the late 80s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series, or the previous big screen adaptations, the notion of an R-rated take on this property may seem rather strange, but the original comic series by creators Kevin Eastman and Peter Lade was quite a bit grittier than subsequent takes. So, yeah, we know all of that. The problem is, though, and this is the big issue, is the property has become so focused on kids and merchandise. Like, there's no arguing about that. That is what it has become. I grew up watching Ninja Turtles. I loved it. I had all the bloody toys. Trying to now, and while you're still putting out kids versions, to go, we're going to give you a new live action movie but it's going to be for adults and adults alone. Most people look at Ninja Turtles and go, it's such a strange concept. You know, this thing of turtles that become big and ninjas and are basically teenagers. Like, it's a concept that you think, how does that work? And it did. But now you're going to say, hey, we want to give you a dark, gritty, violent. Nobody really wants to see one of the Ninja Turtles dropping F-bombs. And so I suppose there are a few weirdos. They're like, yeah, give me turtles plowing chaps and stuff. Give me turtles dropping F-bombs and cutting heads off and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay. I just don't understand why. And particularly why you would want to try and attempt to release this in cinemas. All I can see is disaster. That's all I can see. An R, like, you put it R-rated, you're limiting the amount of people who can see it, obviously. But is there that much interest from adults to watch a new live-action Ninja Turtle? R-rated or not, is there an actual interest for parents, older people and stuff to want to watch a Ninja Turtle? I just don't see it. We'll wait and see. Coming in 2025, I'm sure we'll start getting more updates and more news, because this, like they said they were doing this, and this is the first update in a long time. So it's kind of like they tell you something and then ignore it all. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens with this. If it even actually comes to function, it may not. So with that, I'd like to wish us all, providing you celebrate it, and whatever you celebrate, I'd like to wish us all a very Merry Christmas, and have a great time, have a safe one, have fun with family and friends, and if you're on your own, there's always going to be someone out there that you can reach out to, watch videos off, and you're never quite alone. So with that, Merry Christmas, have a great one, cheers, and I will catch you in the next one.